Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to MS Live. I'm your host, Myles Sergé, alongside with
D-KNOX, aka Down Knox, in the house.
Yo. That's good. That's good. Today we are here with the crew, original OGs up in this place. Uh, Hakeem Murphy, what up? How you doing?
What's up? You know how it is. Can't call it. How you doing?
And the living legend, Roberto Ingram.
Greetings, everybody. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Don't listen to him.
You don't have to.
No, I'm just kidding. Living legend. Now, the young people say when you say the word legend, it means you. I'm just kidding. But anyway, hello, everybody. Glad to be here, bro.
That's good. That's good. You ain't old until we start calling you Unc. We call you Unc and you old.
Somebody start helping me across the street with a cane.
Right?
We need one of those walkers. They call it a rascal. Yeah. Or maybe just fat. Yeah.
You see Roberto in a rascal? I can't see that.
He work out, so he ain't gonna get fat.
I did see him on some fly little scooter that I didn't know he had.
Oh yeah, that's my go-to in Munich here, man. It's they're trying to cut off the inner city with all the vehicles.
Mm.
Trying to make it cut off some of the noise and pollution.
Oh, okay. So you just
How long have you had it?
7 years.
Okay. I look dope, man. Like, what's this?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't buy cars like you. I can't afford cars like yours. Would you buy like Jeeps and vans and trucks? And
I don't want to buy cars. What?
every time I see you got another vehicle.
Hey, I'm stolen. Don't be telling nobody. All right. So yeah, welcome everybody to the show, man. Unfortunately, Mr. Chicago Skyway couldn't be able to join us today, but he's here in spirit somewhere. I guess. I don't know.
He said he's gonna ring in, huh?
I don't know. He might. He might, but you know how that go. Hope he does. It'd be kind of cool because I never did. Today we might do some cool shit today, but we'll see. We'll see. So what's going on? What's new with y'all? Anything new, musically, in life? Anything? What's going on?
who would like to?
Let's let Hakim start off with this one, since he's always like in the incognito most of the times.
I started our controversial. Jesus was black. Don't have to get that.
I knew it. I knew a train wreck was coming.
How do you know this? I mean, not, but I mean, how do you?
I don't know. I'm always making fun. I think it's funny that a lot of people have issues with this situation all the time about what race somebody is. All cultures from many places have contributed to our current society. So anyway, now me, I'm just doing schools, working in school, family. So
Okay.
I get back to music later. I think at the end of this year, I start releasing stuff again and doing stuff. But I'm doing machine learning, data science stuff. So that's what I'm in hard at work at doing.
Oh, okay.
That's what's up, man.
That's dope.
How long you been doing that? School. Right?
This 8 months now. I got 6 months left.
They didn't kick you out yet?
No, they keep me out. I'm a good student. I put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's something he's interested in. You said you had a finals or something to turn in last week.
I had some projects, some investigations, and some machine learning predictions. Machine learning is essentially predictions. So for stocks or items to sell, like big stores like Walmart, see what they need to stock or something like this. Like a lot of random things you can do. It's also like facial recognition, all that other stuff too. We haven't got to that part yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's other stuff you could do too. And like read, it just learns every time you do it. So it's the probability and statistics is pretty difficult, but like you don't have to really do that part because the program or the functions are there for you. So somebody wrote them already. People put it together. So you just gotta know how to put in the input. That's all.
Okay.
So is your course in English or is it in Deutsch?
In English. I wouldn't do it in German. I wouldn't understand anything.
Okay.
It would take twice as long. I could do it, but it would take twice as long.
Okay.
Yeah, because over here I was looking at trying to do some things too, like cybersecurity. But then there was this one school, and it was like mostly it was in Polish language. And I said, man,
Yeah, it'll be hard.
yeah, it'll be too hard. I
Yeah,
need
you
to
learn Polish though in the meantime. So
yeah,
you will,
I mean,
but it'll be
I know
hard.
enough to speak to people.
No, I know, but you gotta learn like complicated
Yeah,
things in Polish. You have to
exactly.
pay attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially if it's cybersecurity.
Yeah, you need to know what you're doing.
I would hope so.
Yeah, you have to. Otherwise, people gonna sue you,
Yeah.
losing all your money. You know.
All right. Before I go to Mr. Roberto, we got a comment from Mr. J Denham. Bert in the house. Who's Bert? I'm assuming that's you, Roberto.
Roberto.
The people that know me is either Roberto, Bert, Rob, but Bert is normally the cut it short, make it short.
Okay.
It's either Roberto, or Bert.
I like
Since I came to Europe.
Bert. What up, Jay? Hey, man. Speaking of Mr. Denham, you need to get up on the show, man.
Yeah,
Jay,
for real.
I think he should. Hopefully, he gets you soon.
You could even come in today, cuzzo.
Hey, man.
It's a more lax show.
We just chilling. All right. What's new, Roberto? What's happening?
Hey man, I've had the opportunity to do some me time, focusing a lot on cleaning up my studio and replacing drives and stuff, cleaning out systems and stuff that I don't need, selling my music, selling records, a lot of my collection that I don't need, downsizing because I'm about looking forward to moving anytime soon in this next year.
Okay.
Better place for studio and living in an office in the same place. So it's about ready to downsize. So I'm really excited. And you really don't know the stuff that you have to get rid of until you start cleaning.
Yeah, man. I hate moving. Suck.
Yeah.
Like, for real. What Jay say? Let me know when.
Nah.
Okay, send them the link. We'll send you the link.
He'll send you the link, man.
You can come in now.
Like when he come in right now.
Yeah.
All right.
So you moving? I remember your place, man, was nice.
Yeah.
And your wife still she still have the same office, right?
Yeah, she does, but she wants to downsize as well. And yeah, she can work from home now,
Yeah.
So
that's always a good thing.
yeah,
I still like to socialize with people too.
Say it again?
I still like to socialize with people too. When you work from home, you get a little you be in your pajamas all the time. You don't feel.
I mean, I used to do that a long time ago, but I don't do that no more. I've grown out of that habit because you got to once I get up, even Sunday now, but normally I dress like you going to work. I'm casual dress, collared shirt, Yeah.
I do got a question for you though, Roberto, because you on this exercise tip too. Are you taking cold showers?
You asked me about that, but no, my heart stops whenever I do that.
Okay.
I tried it so many times, and each time, okay, it takes me a long time to get to it, but super cold, no. All the way cold, nah.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know. You turn it completely cold, right?
It took me 7 days to get to that point though. This wasn't I mean the first day the shower was it was lukewarm. And then I said, okay, that's the first day. And the second day it was like a little bit, towards the cold, just a little bit more. Where you kind of like, I don't know about when you take that kind of shower when it's kind of colder. That's what I did for the second and the third day up to like the 6th day. And by the 6th day, I started with my feet with it all the way cold. And I was just scooping it in my hand and like,
Right.
And then finally I just said, okay, screwed it. It didn't feel cold. I was shocked because a long time ago I tried to do it without doing it that method. And I went straight like this. And it was like, that when it hits you on the side,
What
someone had spray you with the garden hose, and you like, you know. So I said, now it's like I ain't doing this. I said, this is crazy. I'm not gonna be able to do it. But when I said, let me start with my feet, work my way up. Then I was like, okay. Then I said I wanted to see what this does, and I noticed, like when I came back to Poland after being in the States for 5 weeks, I kept having this kind of like coughing up something. Wasn't really coming out all the way, but just felt like something was in the chest. And I know after I started taking them showers, that mess went away. So I said I knew it was doing something.
Ironically enough, when I go to swimming, and then outdoor swimming and the water's really cold, then it takes me some time to get in it. I can do it that way, but to shower, the shower part has been not so easy for me to do it. So I'm kind of chicken shit of it, but it's supposed to be really good for you, though.
Yeah,
that's why people take those ice baths after playing sports hard for 2 or 3 hours.
What does it supposed to do for the muscles, right? What does it do for the muscles? Why?
I don't know exactly what it does, but I think it makes you taste on the swelling. I think for sure. And people's feet and ankles are messed up often, I think. So
it does a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I think it wasn't in the Scandinavian countries. One country, they throw their babies in the water, in the cold water for like a few seconds, and then pull them out in the cold. It says something to do with like health benefits, like making them immune. But it looks cold.
I bet it is
really cold, like Norway or Sweden.
Yeah, I'm sure that's even colder than what I have here. Way more, like Floyd Mayweather and Kevin Hart taking the ice baths, and talking, just sitting there talking.
Oh, that's Kevin Hart. Speaking of Floyd, is Floyd broke? Is he really broke?
It looks like it.
Texas,
yeah.
Hey man,
I don't think
amazing.
I just think I've been reading a couple of articles. They said he's overspending a lot, but I mean, he still has a lot of stuff he can liquidate to have money. Broke person.
I mean, not broke. No, he ain't broke. He got watches and cars and stuff, but that's going to get taken by the IRS though. Some of it depends on how much they sell it for. They don't sell it for top price either. That's the other problem.
No, and I think like as far as like all the cars you got, I mean, like the Bugattis and stuff like that, like. There's a certain type of person who's going to buy that. It's not like an everyday purchase that somebody's going to buy. So I'm assuming, it's going to be hard to sell, but he does have money to liquidate. So,
I mean, the thing is that cat. It's funny because some people used to speak to me and say, "Oh man, is he really like that? I mean, can he really box like that?" And I actually know Floyd. I actually trained with him back in the days in Grand Rapids, like back in the mid to early '90s. Because we have a mutual friend, Billy, that I grew up with. He got me into boxing up there for a few years, and Floyd was in the gym. Everybody used to come to that gym because Buster Mathis used to own it, so he was training people. And I remember Floyd from back then. Like he was Buster Mathis. He was because Buster Mathis was mainly having the son train because he wanted to fight Tyson. But the gym, this cat named Brian Lee, he was training people out of there. Buster Mathis himself, but Floyd was coming in there training, sometimes with his uncle, Roger. But like I met a lot of people back because I was boxing for a little while, and I just decided not to go further with it. Because mainly I just wanted to use a gym up there because they said if you train with them, you only have to pay $20 for the whole year to use a gym. So that was like my thing. Okay, I'll drive up there to the gym twice a week and just, pay the $20 for the whole year, but have a free gym. But the conditions, you got to train with us too. Okay, no problem. But I actually know Floyd. Even back then, he had some money back then too. He wasn't all flashy as he is now, but
it's a shame that we even have to discuss him as a professional boxer and the face of boxing for a long time. We're on the subject of him being broke for what? For why?
As a legend too, in general. If you like him or don't like him, he's still a legendary career.
Yeah.
And made a lot of money, legendary money. So it's like, okay, so you claim to be intelligent and smart. I was like, well, if I made $2 million, I probably could stretch that out. I mean, I wouldn't buy a Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? I'll be living modestly, but I can stress that.
Mhm.
But I understand you get addicted to the money, so I
Yeah.
get it.
But $2 million don't go long. I mean, not how it used to. It used to go, you know,
If your rent is $600 a month and you got a car note that's like $100, well, I'm like, yes, it can go a long way. So,
you got to think about that too. $2 million by the time you get it, depending on how you get it.
I'm saying $2 million in your bank.
Oh, okay,
No
okay.
cash, no taxes are already finished.
Mhm.
The money's been deducted, so it's you in your account, your estate or whatever.
Got you. Got a question for Mr. Ingram again too, from Mr. J.
Okay.
It's on the screen.
Plans to continue celebration of life parties in the future. Good question. What Jay meant by that, I guess, is it's celebration of life. I threw those only for my birthday. It was birthday party.
Mhm.
Okay.
And at the time I had the opportunity to do them. The budget was a little bit larger than what I have now. So I to book DJs to come in got kind of expensive for me. So, and as I got older, felt like, okay, celebration of life is going to be a private party now, not a public thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, not necessarily a public thing. As you're growing, it's nice, but at this stage of the game, if I'm going to do a celebration of life again, it's going to be to do with close community kind of thing.
Okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, we had some really good times though. Really good times. I think our music scene is still vibrant, still amazing, but going through some changes.
Mhm.
And I think personally we need to get past a few more obstacles as we redefine what our nightlife. So we want our nightlife to look like in wherever you are in the world. But yeah. So for me, it's right now it's take care of yourself, keep yourself safe, do the things that's necessary. Those people or those things that or don't serve you, get rid of them.
2 points to the trash. Yeah.
Stay focused. I mean, I don't mean that arrogantly. I mean, my mom always said too much of anything is too much. And I think at some point we got to this, we're in this challenging time where we may be taking on more than what we need to be taking on. You have to decide whether or not you have the time or you want to sacrifice that time. I've realized that a lot of the stuff I had to bring in because it's too much trying to,
Gotcha.
I want to be like you guys and release more music, and I can't do that running around every place, and
We can
and for me, I think since COVID,
Mhm.
COVID's been a very good wake up call for me, I guess. So I've changed a lot of things, and every time you change something, one door closes, another door opens. It's a process that takes its time for each what can I say, responsibility that you either take on or get rid of, and yeah, and all those things take time, and maybe longer for others than.
Yeah.
So I've found that it's been very refreshing actually, to kind of just focus on the things that's the most important. And we've been seeing so many of our people of color that we need for them to succeed and not get caught up in a bunch of crazy stuff like my man Shannon Sharp. He just got caught up.
When to segue into that is crazy.
Mhm.
Like it's been going like on the first day it dropped, and like the whole week after that, like every day was something new. He did this, he did that, and people are like trying to say, you know, I don't agree. I see the point, but I don't agree with it necessarily. Let the lady, you know, that well, first off, she's young, and I think maybe too young. But hey, she's legal. She's not legal, but she's to me like young. She was like 19 or something.
I'm gonna give you another angle to that. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you another angle to that.
So that's that. And then the second thing that other people were talking about, well, you know, well, she's white. If he's with a black woman, blah 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 blah. And I don't necessarily agree with that either. That you're just because she was white, she got him in trouble. I think he got him. My thing is he got himself in trouble. Like I think kind of know better. You know, you old enough to know better. And do stuff like that. There's ways to do stuff like that. You have the resources and the money to do that type of stuff where nobody knows what the hell you're doing.
Well,
but
what gets to me is that I've watched him transition from this other show he was on, and he got this great opportunity to do his own show. And I've really, I was so happy for him for this transition that he made, and a lot of people of color transitioned from journalists from CNN and other. A lot of them are really doing well, and then we find ourselves, Shannon Sharp, why are you jeopardizing the company? Why are you jeopardizing your workers? Why are you? It's more than just. It's more than just the young girl, because there's going to be a lot of them challenging men of color like that. You have to be responsible enough to know, you know, if that was your daughter, how would you like it?
Right.
You know, and I just think that he's smarter than that. And to get caught up into something like that, it's just not worth it. He jeopardized his whole show.
Not his show, just like everything on some stupid. It was dumb. Like you can't sit here, but the witch hunt they out to get me. You said it yourself, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like.
I think that people are going to be people, and people are going to do what they want to do. In general, we don't even know if that's even the first or the 15th person or the 40th person that this happened to. He just happened to get caught up with this person because it was filmed, and somebody was like, it's mostly a setup. Then in general, somebody saw opportunity to get money, and that's what happened. I mean, Shannon Sharp gonna be getting girls on a regular basis because he's swole and he on TV. I mean, you can just be on TV and get girls. You don't have to be swole. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why. But he messed up, but he let himself get filmed, and then his dirty talk. It's like, man, you keep that shit private. If you want to talk dirty, you want to get all rapey, you gotta keep it private. Because if we in society,
he jeopardizes professional life with that.
Yeah. You're gonna get.
There's a next level. There was a next level he had to go to. That was the next level he got to go to, man.
Yeah.
And this girl, this girl getting him in a video talking the stuff he's talking, man, that she was talking to.
So I want to put a big black baby in me. It's like, what?
That's
yeah.
I know we laughing, but that shit ain't funny, man.
But you shouldn't be.
That's some sad. I mean, dude,
you shouldn't be getting manipulated by a 19-year-old though.
Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you, I was so happy for him, and same with Snoop. It was just like, oh my God, what are you guys doing?
Yeah,
we don't need that right now.
Nope.
We don't need that right now. So for me, it's not funny. And it's like, you know, my father wasn't around. So I'm watching men and I'm watching black men and how, you know, you get to a certain point where you get all this money, you can't find nothing better to do.
Facts.
You can't find nothing better to do, but go let some girl, you can get any girl you want for free.
No, but like that's obviously like we have how many athletes we know that like Zion Williamson, he got a baby mama, Anthony Edwards, he having sex with Instagram booty models. It's like you gotta leave these booty models alone, man. Yeah, they look good, whatever, but like it's not worth like
for you.
$40
They
a
coming for
month.
you. They coming for you. They coming for you. They coming for you.
Yeah.
You
Come
should,
on, man.
you should be, in his case, he's old enough to know that, yo, this can happen. Ain't like he's like Zion and them, they what, in their 20s. They don't know.
Yeah.
He knows better that, yo,
Yeah.
I got dough. I can't be doing this. And I sure as hell can't be on film and on camera and doing all this crazy stuff. Knowing. And then even when he came out, he was like, yeah, I guess they're going to release a video of me. Ain't nobody said nothing about a video. He trying to beat it. He didn't messed up and put more information out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was but regardless, it was gonna come out anyway. So
yeah,
it was gonna come out anyway. For me, okay, I'm glad it's happening now. Get it out the way. Learn your lesson. You know, what I was more disappointed about was, okay, we make mistakes.
Yeah, but it's like 2, 3.
Right. How many we in the last we heard at least the original girl, then this girl, some other girl that they said when he was at some other network that he choked her and they settled, that came out. And then the chick that he used to date 10 years ago said he raped her and choked her. And how was you raised, man? My mom, you don't put your hand, you don't put how are you raised? You don't put your hand on a woman. Grab any man that grabs a woman by her neck or do all this stuff and start dragging him in all this mess. He's a pussy.
But you gotta understand, she might have asked for that though.
I don't care.
I'm not even
get rid of her. If she push you to the point where you got to drag her or put your hand on her, get her out of your life.
True. What Tony said, y'all making me hungry talking about booty.
Tony,
you a fool.
yeah.
This ain't about booty, man. If that was my daughter, man, I would be.
But it's not your daughter, though. That's the thing.
I don't care what you say. That stuff ain't right. It's sad, bro.
It's a hellified come up. That's what it is. Should have seen it happen, and he didn't. And if he didn't see it, you know what's his the call?
You got people that got his back, man.
They couldn't tell you like, hey, bro, what are you doing? You know,
his daughter is older than that, though.
Yeah,
and his daughter is older than that.
Wow,
she's like in her mid-20s. I'm not having sex with nobody younger than my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is?
Yeah.
But you like, why? Like, why?
It's like Hakim said though, because sometimes you just don't be knowing people. Because I know dudes like that back in Kalamazoo that everybody thought they were cool. They were even like local rappers that maybe did a little something. Some people was like looking at them different, but I knew their characters were flawed. You know, that they were known for beating up on women or doing certain things. So like that's why I wouldn't even hang out with him, which could be the case with this dude. Plus, he should have probably known after he had that interview with Cat Williams that he was going to start having more attention on him anyway. You know, because that was as soon as 2024 hit, bam, that comes out. He's, you know, he's all of a sudden he's at the top because of that. He should have known people going to be watching. But I guess I don't know about y'all, but it seems like since COVID, it seems like if you've been doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, you're getting caught.
It's coming out.
Yes, coming out like for example, trans. I'm not gonna say Detroit. You know, I'll just say the first trans. That label. You know, oh boy, you know what I mean.
Man.
Speak on it.
Speak on it.
He been saying, you know, he been doing stuff back in the days. You know, and boom, just comes out after 2020. But not him, but just everyone like Kelly. You know, now look at Diddy. Okay, I ain't gonna say the Jello pudding pops, but you know what I mean. It just seems like if you're doing stuff, it's just you're being caught.
Right.
So now, you know, I just kind of picked up on it. I said, okay, if you're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing, you better be on now. You know, so he just one of those people. His time is up. He got caught. He kept, like Hakim said, he could have had 50 girls like that. He's been doing it too. But I agree. I ain't putting my hands on no women. Never have, never will. Because I think, okay, that could be my mom or, like you said, my daughter or something, or even my aunt. But just in general, I'm just not gonna do it because as a man, that's not even fair. You know how I look like hitting on some woman or choking her or doing all this weird sexual stuff. It's just, normal, have a normal sex thing or whatever. But
What if she requested though? We'll just say if Donnell punched me in the back of the head.
I would not do that, especially. I'm sorry, guys. I ain't trying to sound racist here or nothing, but by me being a black man, I'm definitely not doing that to someone that's of European descent or white colored, just for my own safety, because I don't know.
It's not racist to say that.
I can go, well, somebody for sure, somebody's gonna see this and what he said,
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it to anybody. But
I'm gonna have to admit this straight out. I had a woman where a Latino, and we had a situation where I had to grab her, and I felt so. How can I say this? I felt so less than that was just less than me that I left her and I left, and because I know also in the States, right? If a woman calls the police or she complains, the police comes, they handcuff you and take you to jail, and you can explain that shit later, right?
Now, all the times, it all depends on where you at.
Yeah, sometimes.
Because like I'm here in Michigan, it's in somewhere. I think it's Michigan. If they come, somebody going to jail.
Right, and I promised myself if ever I got to that stage where I felt like I was ready to lift my hand or to a woman that I care about, then she's not the woman I need to be with, right? She's not healthy for me.
True.
Because the way I was raised, you don't put your hands on a woman, right?
You're not the jealous type, the crazy jealous guy. Those are the people.
No, I can be jealous. I can be jealous, but what I've learned about that, what I mean by that is that it hurts me. I hurt myself. And once you do it to one woman, you do it to the next, and you do it to the next, and you do it to the next. Right?
No, I don't think that's always true. I mean, I think I've been in a situation once before, and that happened, but that was it. You know what I mean? And you just got to recognize that it's not healthy, like you were saying before. The situation's not healthy for you. I mean,
I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be in that position.
But
I don't want to be in that position, bro.
To get out of that, and you don't do that, and you recognize what happened. That's you have to.
It is not worth it.
No, it's definitely not worth it.
It is not worth it. Get on.
It happened. I mean, learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And that should be. If you don't learn from that, then that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Don't learn from it and keep going from the same shit all the time, and it don't work. And either you're gonna be locked up or somebody's gonna get killed. And
women, they're gonna test you too. They can be testy.
That's the whole part of learning. If you know you're gonna get tested, like, hey, I know I've seen this before. I gotta get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
I've seen that, done that. Yeah,
it's just crazy, but him, I don't know, man. I wish the best for him, and I hope he learns. He should have learned it the 2 other times previous to this. And now, I mean, what he didn't. He said that crap about, oh yeah, I'm gonna come back to ESPN later when football starts. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
They just let you say that from 1, 2. They distance themselves from you, and these other deals he got, you're a liability. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The sad thing about it is, what if this all comes out and he was clear to all this stuff? It don't matter because now you got all this attention and all this heat, and we can't mess with him. And they said he lost I guess he had $100 million deal for his. That's it. Didn't even have anything to do with anything else. That's all gone. So
damn. How stupid can you get?
How many keyboards is that? How many 909s is that?
That's something different, exponentially different. You could do a lot of 100 million. You could do million. You can start building infrastructure in countries. You do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how much good you can do with that?
A lot.
Not saying he would do good. I'm just saying he lost. Well,
why not do good? What are you gonna do bad?
Lots of people do bad. Actually, majority of people do bad.
whatever. Go ahead and do bad. Then I'm gonna try to do something with that money. I can think of something better to do.
Right.
That's for sure.
You find
I
me.
mean, it's all true what we're saying, but one thing we said, we never know. Like if you get put in that position, you got all that money. We don't know what the handlers are telling you how you can spend it.
Right.
You know, they might. You never know. He might be boule. Like, all right, you gotta do this. You can't do that. You can't help these people, or no deal. You know, we just never know. Like, cause we're living on a certain level, but all of a sudden, if we present it with this, you know, with this gift, what do? You know, are you gonna get down on your knees and do the thing for the money, or are you gonna, you know, do what somebody tells you to do, and just because you need that money, or you're gonna be like, all right, forget it, I don't need it. But then when you probably turn them down, and they're gonna make sure you're not gonna come up on anything. You know, they'll remind you, well, if you don't do it, then we're gonna make sure your name is ruined. You're never gonna have a chance to come to the table. So that's the thing, because we only see what we see on TV.
True.
But at the end of the day, we don't know what these people do on 24 hours a day. We don't know who's in their ear, who's controlling them.
Right.
You know, they have their agendas because they're there for a reason. Sometimes no, because sometimes people they work hard to get themselves in positions. Usually it's because you know somebody, you know. But yeah, we just don't know, man. That's the thing. And maybe he, you know, pissed off the wrong person. Okay, we'll show you then. We'll just come up, you know. They could probably even put somebody in your life like that, because as you said, dude's in his 50s, 19-year-old chick. Okay, they already learned you. Like, we know his kind of tendency. So keep young women. Always make sure there's some young women around, and we can use that any moment. We can just pull the chain, and you know,
because they say she's like an OnlyFans chick, but then he said that he met her at a gym or something, right? So that being said, I mean, come on, man, 19,
right? That's the kiddie. That's like high school, like, you know what I mean? Like,
the funny thing about it, there was 5 examples before him, 4 or 5 before him. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We need changes. We need successful brothers. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's more than just your peanut and you getting screwed.
Right.
I don't think he's gonna be the last.
No,
it's gonna be somebody else too.
No, because people are always thirsty, no matter how successful they be thirsty.
You know, there's a saying. You know what? A friend of mine, we were talking about this. Can you imagine having this abundance when you have everything? Do you have feelings?
Get bored. What do you do?
Bored.
You can go anywhere you want to go when you want to go. Take any trip. Go do what you want to do. So what do you do?
That sounds like a you problem. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
know,
you give me $10 million, I might be enjoying myself.
You don't know. You ain't listen to you ain't hear you didn't hear the point, did you?
I hear the point. I'm just saying that's a you problem. It depends on when you get the money. For instance, if you older, probably make a better decision. If you're 19, you get 10 million, probably gonna waste it. If you're 48 and you get 10 million, you're probably not gonna waste it. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, if you get bored, there's so much. The world is vast. There's many things to do, hobbies. The internet, you can find out stuff. You can go to an island somewhere, look at nature. You can go to a city tour. You can drive a train from the west coast or the east coast of Russia to the west coast, to the west side of Russia, like all kinds of stuff. So I don't know. I mean, you can go to Mongolia. You can go everywhere, man. Anything.
Marcus Watkins, what up?
What up, Marcus?
Marcus Hakim, and I think if this is the same Marcus excuse me, Watkins, I just did a remix for him.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The original's dope too. I think it's dropping. Oh God, middle of this month.
Yeah, we're looking out for that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. So
I was just wondering if there can be a psychological issue when you have this kind of abundance. You know, you lose track of reality. Or,
well, what do you think about Elon Musk? He's the richest man on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and look, well, his action speaks louder than his word, than the money he has now, right?
Yeah, look at it. I think he's bored and he just does what he.
Yeah.
I think allegedly. No, but I think he was always. I think for him to be ruining people's lives like that, and trying to say we cutting waste, but on the same time you're receiving money from the government. It just don't sit well with a lot of people. The people who know, at least people who know that he got government contracts, so it's a big conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
So now Tesla wants to kick him out as the CEO.
I've seen that.
They said 100 billion in the last 4 months. Value drops. I mean, was it worth it? I mean, maybe on the back end it might be worth it. How much you gonna make off the government contracts?
Well, you got that, and I'm sure that he's probably setting stuff up, like you said, on the back end for him for the next 10 years, being in this position. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing too. They cleared everything else out, but yet they didn't stop. They didn't cut money for funding for the military and a couple of other things.
$1 trillion budget.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
I mean, yeah, but yeah, everything else they cut everything that's like helping people in society, like I think they did like free lunch at school for kids and Head Start. Things that not just like, some people say, yeah, they really target on minorities, but there's a lot of non-minorities that uses these things too, and you're just taking it away from everybody. It doesn't make
He's hurting a lot more of them than he is
exactly.
of color, because people of color have seen this before. Over 200 years, they've done this before, and they've overcome this type of thing before, this type of situation before, and we're still struggling to get to the equality level that people of color should deserve. Okay, hand it to me. No, if there's a lot more, they send there's a lot more smart, educated Black women of color than in America than most women of Caucasian descent, and it's getting better because why? Because of the pushback and because of we have to fight all the time, every time, we have to work harder than most, or at least that's what I'm understanding since COVID, and also watching some of the most smartest Black women, speak. What's her name in Congress for Texas?
She dope, man.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett, boy, she be cracking, and she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about, and she's really working really hard to fight for these rights that we don't have a lot of the opportunities that they've most likely earned.
True. All right, y'all. I'm gonna kind of move it away. We get kind of deep with that.
Yeah.
So my first question, I think we put some questions together at some point, but I'll go with mine. So as you may or may not know, it is that time, people. Movement, Hart Plaza in Detroit, May 24th through the 26th. Yeah, so I've been to movement twice in my life. Right before I moved to England, 2000, God, I don't even know, 12 or something. And then last year, I went. Well, yeah, I went the year before I went. And then last year I didn't go, but I did play my second time in Detroit ever playing. I played a pre-party. But I'm just kind of scrolling right now at the lineup. And it seems like every year that I've seen that it's like mostly the same people every year. Especially this year seems a little different, but the majority of the people I usually see the same people every year, and it's mostly heavily European focused. Nothing wrong with that, but This year seems a little different.
No, I think it's if I've been there maybe like 10 times in general over the years. I think that usually they get the promoters who packs a howl, right? I don't know who's doing it now, but they always would get the most famous European DJs, of course, and then they'll have like a stage for some locals, like that one closest to the street. I forget the name of the stage, but I just see Kenny Larkin was playing all the time there.
So I
They,
guess
they didn't have many American artists though.
a lot of artists out there that I just, I think a lot of people that they just miss over or don't.
Yeah, they're not giving them. They don't want to pay them.
You think that's it?
Yeah, I don't think they. No, or they don't think they can worth the money or draw the people. Besides the top tier people and the second tier people, maybe. Like a lot of people who put in work for years, they don't get a chance to play there. So
yeah, but the movement, movement itself most likely have earned the reputation to have people to come there, whether or not you draw a certain amount. Now, because of so many different artists coming, that want to be there anyway. So I don't know if I believe it's the draw because of the respect of the festival, right? Or
I mean, it's also part of the after parties. It's always been a big thing. Like everybody's always going to after parties. I remember when back in, what was it, 2001 maybe the first time I went. But anyway, when we became legal in Michigan, like that was the spot. You go to Detroit. If you want to smoke, you can smoke, and it was kind of more like liberating. I mean, of course, the police weren't sweating you for smoking. Just put it like that. They had other things to worry about. But in my opinion, I always go to after parties and just be partying the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there anybody? I don't know if you guys can see the lineup or have you noticed? But,
like, I'm looking at it now. Yeah.
Okay.
I stopped looking because
I know a lot of I know a lot of the names. To be honest with you,
right.
I know a lot of them actually, and from what I understood in the last 4 or 5 years or so, this diversity, equity, inclusion thing has also switched and brought new names. They're bringing different people there, keeping this. I remember Jay said last time they offered him to play, they paid people twice as much as him, and he said he didn't want to do that.
This is, like I said, I'm looking like this year. Like this year seems a little more diverse.
Diverse, right?
Yeah, I'll say that.
Yes.
And none of you guys have ever been invited.
Never.
No, the same here.
I don't remember. No, I don't even remember. Could have been a long time ago. A lot of times I had emails and I just, didn't pay attention to it or missed it. But I don't think so. I've never played there. I've attended, but never played. But I do know that who Hakim, when he mentioned Pax Ahau, I know the dudes there and other people that was involved. But
like at this point, like, would you want to play there?
Yeah, I think just because it's just a chance that I can get some more people could discover the label. It could be mainly, it's going to be more of that reason and to share music, let me share music with some people that just may not know me or something, but
exactly.
That's pretty much it. They'll probably be looking at it as like another gig, but yes, I know what you mean. Like I said, I stopped looking at the lineup because it started looking the same-ish to me. So I said, okay, probably the same people will be playing, maybe some different people here and there, and maybe one rapper, somebody will be there, and that's that. But mostly I'm out here in Europe all the time. So in that time when it happens, I'm over here. That could also be too, like people know I'm over here and okay, he's not going to be home anyway.
That's true. Yeah.
It could also affect it. But yeah, it's like, but I don't get excited About it's not like, oh, I want to go and play there. It doesn't have that kind of appeal for me.
I would love. Unlike me, I would love to have the opportunity to go there because for me, it's a great event. And I know it has its challenges, and I know, but to have the opportunity to play there, yes, I would love this. It'd be great.
Hakeem?
What, you want to weigh in on something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Would you want to?
Oh, to play? I wouldn't travel back there to play right now. No, there's like we got a ticket for you. But no, I'm straight. I'm not in the mood to fly like 8 hours anywhere at the moment. It'd be fun. Don't get me wrong, but I mean,
It's like
I'm not interested. Of course, if it's a festival around here, then yes. But if I got to travel 8 to 9 hours, it depends how long I stay for. Too, I don't know. My days of DJing like that are over with. I think.
yeah. What if they say, yeah, we'll on live PA? Would you do PA?
No, I mean performance is performance. I just don't feel like getting on the plane and going over there.
I don't know. I think it's a great opportunity to get your name out there again and to play with other people that you may not have played with before. I have a different view on that. It's like I'm building up my card before I'm off this planet. If I have the opportunity to go and play and share music with the people, with the and play next to maybe somebody that I really enjoy, of course, Keith Worthy.
Oh, Keith, good old Keith.
You know what I'm saying? Here Deep Chord. Who else is on? I mean, come on, man. I think if you were releasing music and you were playing more, Hakim, I know you focused on something else, man, but for instance, I go to the ADE once a year, and I go there for a personal reason for my art and for my, for what I do. So, yes, I want to be there to meet some other people and maybe have some other contacts. It's like going to a business meeting. Yes, I would. Yes, I think it's worth it. You should do it. If you have the opportunity, you should do it.
If I got to ask, I think I would say no.
If I live where you live at, I would do it. If I live in the U.S. states, but I'm not trying to go over there. Now I understand what you're saying, Roberto, but it's like, is it worth my energy for that? That boost of fame. Like, I gotta go. Then I gotta.
There's some over here. There's some over here. You get asked, and they're not. You go there, and it's like 250 or 100 people or 50 people or whatever. It's not. I don't know. It's just part of the game, I guess. Sometimes I don't know. I mean, why wouldn't you want to go there, Myles? Play?
For me, it's kind of it's kind of like a personal thing, man. Like I always felt slighted, like in general, being here. And to be honest with you, there's at least 2 people on this lineup that I know. Younger cats that have actually been in my house and basement and doing stuff. And yeah, it's I don't know. It's not like it's personal in a way. I felt like just being slighted for a while, and for me, like I've played places that I thought I would never ever play before, and yeah. And it's just like, okay, cool. So even with that, people were saying, oh yeah, well, you would think that you would get booked here locally, and it never happened. So yeah, it might sound stupid. I think it's just with me how I feel about it. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's stupid. I think you have your reason why.
To me, it's a reason. It's just like, nah, it sounds great, but yeah, thanks. A little too little, too late. You know what I mean?
I feel like that here in Germany. I feel like that here in some places here too. So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying. So I go where I go out to enjoy myself and to hear artists that I enjoy, but I feel the same way here, directly here in Munich and in Germany, that I'm not playing enough.
Comparing,
So I don't go. I stopped going.
I went and it was cool. You know what I mean? It just felt like a big old rave to me. And like if I put this up against like free rotation or something, I think they have nothing on free rotation. Just the vibe at free roll and just how it is, and it just close knit. And you know, it's different.
No, you can't compare those two.
No, you can't compare at all. So
free roll. I hope they are able. They're continuing in Sweden, right?
They did something there. Me and Stevie chatted about a month ago. They had some event there, and they were actually kind of come do a tour in the States, but it didn't fall through. But they decided not to do it based on the current situations here. And they started doing free roll every other year. So next year is the next one they took. You know. But yeah, that. If anybody ever gets a chance to go, I think so far, like I've been to a few festivals. The Great Beyond, which I played at, it was just behind me on the wall, and free rotation is probably my favorite. Yeah.
So what's the other question? There was you brought up something about the gear, didn't you, Donnell?
Oh, okay. I guess y'all can see me. I guess I clicked out for a moment.
Yeah, you clicked out.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did want to ask y'all, what is that one piece of gear you just can't live without? You know, you gotta have it. Even if you're not working on music, it needs to remain with you.
I need it, got to have it. Hakim. Let's get Hakim.
Yo. I don't know. I think I'm very diverse when it comes to the gear I use. But because I try to switch it up to keep the music fresh, that's kind of part of my philosophy. So I use these machines here, these machines here, just try to get different sound, then come back to the computer and then use Ableton or Reason or something. But I think the micro chord is probably my favorite thing because you can sit there and mess with that thing. You can mess with that thing for hours and make new patches and stuff. So that's what, and then have a drum machine with it, any kind of drum machine really. So. But the micro chord for me, I like a lot. It's still fun. Or something like a micro chord, something that has a lot of parameters, something you can get lost in, the infinite possibilities and frequencies.
But right now, like you gotta let everything else go, but you can only keep one thing in your studio.
I would probably keep the little black cord I have, one of those micro cords. Not micro cords, I'm sorry, those mini cord boutiques or whatever. I haven't used it in a while, but they have one with a synthesizer. It's great. It's like you can do a lot of stuff with it. I'll keep that piece. Because you can hook it up to the computer, you can put it to other stuff later when you get more gear. But I forget the name of it. But it's one of those little cords.
Okay.
Sean, Chicago checking in to say hello.
Chi-Town.
You should on the show, man.
Yeah.
Then what else he said?
We'll catch up on the next one. Yeah.
I don't see the chat. Is the chat room? Is the chat room here on the screen?
Yeah, people are like.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I can't see the YouTube. I can see if they pop in the chat. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see it. The chat. It's the chat.
I see a chat for the private group here, a private chat here. I don't see
comments.
Go to comments. Yeah, they're coming in from.
Did I miss it? Where it coming? Oh, you mean on the actual page? Okay,
yeah. You'll see.
They come in through Facebook.
Okay, bad. There he is. Okay, bad.
How about you, Mr. Berto? What's that one thing you can't?
I was getting ready to ask you because you and Myles up there holding back on something back there.
Question, so I'm assuming he would go last. So.
Okay, well, I was checking today. I got what I really would never part with is my EMU Proteus 2000. It has a really intensive library, over 1,000 presets. What else did I find out about it that I haven't forgot all about? Includes synthesizers, orchestras, and world instruments, drums, and effects for hip hop, film scoring, electronic music, gaming. It's got some dope filters that morph between different types of filter types and stuff like this. And there are plugins and there are emulations, but nothing like the module itself. And I bought it so long ago, and you can upgrade the sounds on it, and and I'm still using it till this day. And also one of my favorite plugins is Logic Ultra Beat, because you can make beats really super fast with it, and also Electribe and the Yamaha RM1. So those units, they sound warm, they sound organic. So a lot of them are not, they don't sound really electronic. I have to do a lot of tweaking for that, but
you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
Which one? Okay. There's only one.
Okay. Those are the ones. Sorry about that. Got carried away.
I think for me, probably DX100. I am currently on my third, and I never should have sold the first two. I got with them. I needed money. I know how that goes.
Why you say that?
Because I was broke, bro, and I needed money. So
no, I meant why you like the machine.
Oh, why I like it. It's the dopest machine ever as far as the keyboard, all the bass sounds and this crazy stuff you can come with it, man. It's just, it's kind of the downside of it is programming and editing. I mean, you gotta go through menus and do all that, and it's FM synthesis. So I mean, but once you get all that done, you know what I mean. That's the machine of all machines, in my opinion. That's my opinion, though. But I love that machine. This time I got one. Needs a little work. It works though, but I ain't never getting rid of that. And so far, this is the most expensive one I've bought. Because now when I was looking for one, I couldn't find them. I did find it, and the price was like double what I paid for the other two. Lesson learned, but yeah, I ain't never getting rid of that thing.
Yeah, I hear that. I just see Santiago Salazar says an Ovation base station too for him. He said he'll never leave his side.
Yeah.
Okay, Santiago, if you can hear us, I'm sure you can. But base station 2, I know when it first came out, they had the keyboard, the plastic keyboard joint, right? And it didn't work, but worked. Then they redid it, and then they came out with the rack mount version. So do you have the rack mount, or like what's the difference between the first and the second? So,
Sean. Okay, he says he because of Damon Lamar and myself, he bought the DX100.
Oh,
so you on that thing, yeah.
No lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's live. That's live.
Y'all been listening to some of Mr. Salazar's joints, man. He got some dope stuff.
He's always had good music.
The interview and stuff, man. I went back and looked, and I'm like, damn, this man dope.
Yeah.
He's really has a special touch.
Yeah, he does, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
What else, Santiago?
What do you expect from Santiago Salazar? What do you expect?
Put on your mixes sometimes. From 10 years ago.
He's from 10 years ago?
Yeah, the mixes be from 10 years ago or whatever. But yeah, we be getting it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for.
We got to get you and Dex Nomadico on the show.
I want to bring him back. I definitely.
Yeah,
I was
definitely use Santiago, Dex. Hopefully truncate too. All you guys same time. It'll be nice, man. So we can learn some more about LA.
That would be crazy. I think I can get up to like 6
They
people.
got to get me back in on that one because I don't know why me and him we didn't cross paths while I was in LA.
Oh yeah,
That's
right.
because you was making moves.
He was gone.
No, it was what back then, or it was 90. I didn't, yeah, okay, not 80, not late 80s.
Yeah, I believe he was making moves, Roberto.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
He jumped off the chessboard at that point.
No, I didn't. I guess I was on Soul Train and them, all this, doing all the dancing.
That's some other stuff.
All right.
That's right.
What?
All right, so let me ask the questions I want to bring up then. So do people think that AI and DAWs will revolutionize producers, help them to produce better music? I mean, when I say produce, I mean like better sound quality. Like I think that'd be the most beneficial part of it. I think.
Mhm.
But anyway, I'll leave that out for people.
I think it'll probably at some point it'll get there. You know, as with everything over time, it'll probably get to the point where it will be able to help you really go deep with creating your own sound on instruments. I mean, right now I just kind of do it in Ableton myself on the on like their built-in stuff. I create basses or string pads, especially with the analog. But as more people do that, you know, at some point AI will be able to do it. You just type in something you're looking for, and you know, I don't know when, but probably not too far off from that.
Will my theory on that, I think, is will AI make us dumber? Will it make us lazier? Would it eliminate us from the process that we needed to solidify your particular taste or sound or feeling? Speeds up the workflow, I'm sure, but also there's always a downside to that, or you don't learn how to step through the arrangements anymore. You're not, you know, you're relying on help from AI. I mean, it's the future, but will it be? Will the creator be valuable any longer? I mean, we're already seeing a not so good time for musicians getting paid the money they deserve, right? I mean, I don't know.
True.
AI is a good tool, but same with ChatGPT. It's a great tool, but that's a hard question for me to answer, to be honest.
Gotcha.
When it comes to producing,
I have an idea about this though. I think that if you like, for instance, in Ableton can search through all the podcasts that are ever made for Ableton, and then also has knowledge of each built-in instrument. So if you say you need a kick drum and you want to make it sound fatter, how can you do it? So then you get the science behind that. So I think for like creation, I don't know. Like yeah, you can make lyrics and you can take lyrics and turn them into instruments, all this other stuff. But I'm saying, but deep down, I think that if you use it to mix your record, you'll get a much better product because you'll start understanding frequencies and you can learn from it. So I mean, you can't hate on it. I mean, yeah, it's going to kill us all. Like I said, AI is going to kill everybody and jobs. First jobs, then everybody. But then I'm just saying, in the meantime, before we get to that point, you might as well use it if you can, if you can understand it.
I don't even know if I'm hating on it. I noticed myself relying on getting answers from there. When normally when we didn't have it, you really go search really from the bottom. You don't really go into the middle, and then and then I looked on all my drives. I got so much great sounds. I have so much great sounds that I can just drag and drop, and I don't need AI to tell me how to EQ nothing. To have it as a tool to compare with others, this will be great. But and to like, for instance, I think it's been wonderful because some of the manuals, the user manuals, are not always 100% efficient when you're trying to get make creative steps that you didn't know about when it comes to maybe using certain reverbs or filters. What each compressor is best known for, these kind of things, and kind of being able to analyze those by yourself first, and if you need a little help, go to AI. I think that's a great way to use it.
Me personally, I don't think it's a good thing.
Okay.
We'll get back to Hakim's point on it's going to take over the world, kill everybody. No, I think it's good in certain circumstances. If I was a record label, yeah, I would love it because now I don't need none of y'all to do nothing because I can make my own music with AI. I mean, they actually tried to do it 2 years ago. They made the first AI artist. It was a rap artist. It was a big controversy about the whole thing because they kind of made it like, I don't know, kind of a racial point at the same time. It was messed up, but the fact that they did it and nobody could really tell. And you want to go deeper than that, look at the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle when he had the AI version of Snoop and Tupac. You couldn't tell the difference.
You couldn't, or
that person couldn't tell the difference. And it was close enough. So
your mic is off, Hakim.
So I was gonna say, you're moving away from the point though. I said only in DAWs. I'm not talking about AI in general, where like you can make videos and pictures and you can make deepfakes and all the other stuff.
In that instance, it had to be in a DAW. They did it for music, right?
But they also did video. Did the video too?
I didn't see the video. I heard the song.
Okay.
The song. No, it was a song. No video. It was song, and it was done in a DAW.
I mean, I heard Juicy by Biggie Smalls in Spanish the other day.
See? But I think, but like, what would you, like, I don't really use too much DAW stuff when I do, but even if I did, like, what will I use it? Like, how would I, hey, Chester, program me a beat, and that's in a DAW, right? So it's kind of like, what's the purpose of even like creating? And you're telling the damn.
I think that you wouldn't need it for that. You would be like, you sing something maybe, and then they'll say, make this to an instrument, or like make this melody into a MIDI file like this. But that's more so.
Ableton does. I don't use Ableton, but don't they do something like that? Like they can like take the music and like.
If it's a regular MIDI, if it's from a MIDI instrument, yes. No, I'm talking about like your voice, and then map it out to the frequencies, and then take that and then put that into a MIDI file. So whatever you sing a bass line, then you have a bass line. You just got to add the sound that you want to it.
I could be like doom 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 or whatever.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like that. Yeah, then all of a sudden you have it written, just like that.
It's coming from your head. You just
having the transcribe.
If you can't sing, you're not a singer.
You could totally say, "Hey, man, I need," because they do it now. Give me I need a Masters at Work type song, and it'll do it. And it goes Masters at Work through how many thousands of records they've made and put something together.
Somebody tried to demonstrate that with me, and I heard it right away. I heard it right away. It was of course it was. That shit ain't real, man. You when you know some of your favorite blues artists, Nat King. Let's see you try to replay. There's gonna be a glitch, and you're gonna hear it.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
Wait, give it 2 years. You came back from
the. Hear it then too. You're gonna hear it then too, because that shit they doing, the stuff that they doing, bro. That took them. I don't know, half of their lives to get that swing, to get that polyrhythmic groove, to get this, this ticky tacky stuff. They can do that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm gonna be open. I mean, for me, if it's a tool and I can use it to make something, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna use it. If it's there, if it could actually, enhance or make something quicker, because it's like what you was just saying, Roberto, about ChatGPT. Once I really started using that more, like for writing letters and things like that, I was like, okay, even trying to learn something, like I didn't know how to do in Ableton. Now I'm not even looking like on YouTube like I used to for videos or somewhere. I'm going to ChatGPT, asking it how to do something, and then boom, it's like, all right, and then it even puts up, okay, here's a video you can watch or explaining it in depth. But yeah, go ahead.
Do you think as a society that stuff's gonna go wrong? Like right now, like you said, you use it.
Mm-hmm.
If to a point, there's not gonna be a need for people to think.
That,
what I mean?
What I really think,
that's an individual choice to me. I'm not doing that.
I think, man, you always gonna have somebody evil like Cobra Commander on G.I. Joe. Somebody like that trying to do something. But what I'm saying is, in this case, it's like all technology. Because look, when the internet came, people were thinking kind of the same. Other things came along. Oh, that's going to do this. They're not going to need that. I think people just end up using stuff, but you still need people. At the end of the day, like it's just going to be another tool that you can use for something that you can go further in advance. Because if it can do everything and you don't have no need for people, no one's going to be interested in doing it, because you're going to figure as a society, people are going to use that thing for things they're doing. We'll be using it for stuff that we do, but still, you'll still know how to do it the old way, kind of like playing digital or playing vinyl. You still know how to do that and do this. But I think I don't know. It's just like, I don't think it's going to like go the way a lot of people are thinking. One thing is not to fear it. I would just say embrace it, learn it, figure it out, because it ain't going nowhere, obviously, and use it in a smart way. But I think you're going to have enough people that question it like us that will use it in a smart way. But of course, you're gonna have the dummies that's trying to do something stupid too.
I understand you, Myles.
So like I see it like every day, like at work, it's not AI, but it's like they doing different stuff with robots.
Mm-hmm.
They basically, in my department, I work in the body shop. So there's like a team on a part of the line. It's like a team. So each team is roughly about 6 people. You got 3 shifts. So what is that? 18 people for that. Mm-hmm. They just eliminated. They're in the process of eliminating 18 jobs because why? They got robots. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the technology and stuff like that. And I get it from a business standpoint, but they got robots that can do that job now. So 18 people don't have a job like that. Right. And they're constantly, as we speak now, they're trying to find ways like to cut jobs, and they are. And it's crazy. And then somebody at work was like, "Oh yeah, well somebody has to fix the robots." And I remember my boss about a year ago said, "Hey, look at this. This is my boss. So he's just cool. He was trying to get a job at Tesla. He wanted to jump ship, more money, whatever. So he showed me this article, and they were talking about the giga plants. So where they build all the Teslas, and compared to how we build. So the giga plants, how they build a Tesla, is basically a big ass 3D printer. If you look at it in that way, they have 3 3D printers, 3 printers that actually build that car. And you just eliminated mad people's jobs, right? Mm-hmm. On top of that, when he was saying like people were saying, "Oh yeah, well they still need people to fix it." Elon Musk and that plant, they have robots to fix the robots, and they're human, and they walk around and they go just like the person that would go repair the robots. And that he showed me that, I was like, "Are you crazy? This you for real?" He's like, "Yeah, this is what they have." Mm-hmm. this is what's going to happen. And at some point, to go back to Hakim's thing, that we're all going to die, and the robots are going to take over. What if that's the case? Like, what at some point, like that, there's going to be robots everywhere, and we're there, yeah. But what's our purpose? If everybody's running everything, if it's Chat GBT and all this other stuff is running stuff, then what's the whole point? They don't. That's what if we don't have a government anymore? What if computers run everything and they make the decisions? And
my purpose would be shaking hands with the Lord.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
But here's the thing, though, Myles. How do you really know you're not a robot now?
You don't.
You never seen the inside of your body parts ever, except for what the doctor tell you.
Yeah,
no, not yourself. You don't know. Like they can take your conscious. They already said it. They can take your consciousness and put it in a box. They've already said that. So
the purpose
thinking about it.
Well, I'm gonna believe that I ain't no robot. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's whatever you believe.
I'm gonna believe I ain't no robot. That's for sure. I ain't even smarter than them cat. What were you gonna say, Hakim? Sorry, interrupting.
No, I was saying like society, like the first jobs they're gonna be taking will be like the white collar jobs, the designers, everything, because it gets more. You need the AI. You need people to train the AI, right? So the more we train, each one of our AIs will be specialized in what we do, whatever it is, whatever you've been asking it, you've been training it. So we have different people like that. So on top of being smart, then it has expertise in several things that you always ask it. So those are going to take the jobs at first. It's like a business. What's the highest level business job is a CEO. I mean, if you have an AI as a CEO, I mean, that's probably one of the better things you could do because it can consider all aspects of what's going on. If you teach it what you need to know, oil prices here, a trade here, how much is the trade thing here, how much money can we do? Can we do this? Can we do that? And come back with a solution in like 30 minutes and mad recommendations. So, but I say when we wrote the AI, we know humans are not the nicest people, right? And not the nicest species. So we wrote them, this is gonna have our biases. So as soon as they can be able to make cooling systems and make robots by themselves and have factories and stuff by themselves, that's when they were like, well, what we need humans for? We think faster. Are we not emotional? And we think faster. They got different type of emotions, if you want to say it like that. Now, they don't have a soul, but they exist. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's what I think. I think that, but beforehand, though, we'll take jobs first. That's the first thing it will do. And then people won't have any jobs. So what are we going to do for income? How are we going to pay for stuff? How is the currency going to work? This is what we need to think about in the future. Yeah, okay, it can help you. Yes, it's a great tool, but like this is what the future holds for us.
So what did they kill out? Did we all get killed? Or like what?
No, he put us on that universal income as he was trying to say before. Remember, they're going to put them all. Let's put them all on the universal income. Just to interject real quick, guys. Yeah. Hey, Adrian says what up from Instagram.
Who's that?
Adrian, modulars. You know.
Oh.
He said just what up. Just wanted to slap that in there for.
Oh, man. What up? I don't know, man. That's some scary stuff to think.
That sounds logical to me, Hakim.
It would come from you too. I'm just saying.
To be honest with you, I don't know I don't have no idea what's gonna happen because I won't be here. No, meaning that I don't want to live to be 103. I don't want to live to be as soon as I start laying in the bed and somebody has to take care of me, man. I'm like, going, I want to get like an ecstasy or something or a pill, something. Do something and go to my God.
Hey,
hey,
you need fentanyl.
Hey, I'm up here with you. Hey, what's up, God? What's up?
Fentanyl. Fentanyl do it for you. Ecstasy ain't doing it for you. Fentanyl, you gotta do it for
you. Whatever. I'm just saying, as long if people have to wipe my booty, and carry me out, you know what I'm saying? We're in a wheelchair and all this stuff. Hey, look,
wipe your face. You can't even move. You're sitting there at the table with food dripping off your face. Like, it was like, yeah, man, it's time. It's time to drop. It's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's time to wrap it up.
it's like you
You can't even speak no more. It's
I
time to
hope,
wrap it up.
I hope by that time you done seen that, done that. You know what I mean? You done seen it all and in your life, and you're satisfied with the,
Mhm.
and
But-
yeah.
But here's the thing: how is this world gonna look in the next 5 years? Right now, I can't even imagine. I used to be able to kind of imagine, okay, 5 years it's gonna look like this and that. But with this, like you said, with AI coming, I can't really imagine how it's gonna even look in 5 years from now. You know what? Are we gonna be in the virtual reality more? We're gonna be putting the glasses on and
Yeah, for
living
sure.
that way. Are they gonna make things on the outer world boring so that you want to spend time in the virtual world and start, living in there? Because okay, for example, we having this thing right now, but imagine having the glasses on, look like we right there next to each other.
It
You
depends
know.
on microchips.
Yeah.
It depends on the microchips technology
Mhm.
and how much memory we can save and how fast we get to streaming. So when they improve microchips, that's when they'll make it more like that. So
Yeah.
we need better microchips overall.
But in 5 years, I'm
5
wondering.
years, I'm saying, the microchips have to be better in order to be better.
Yeah, but you can do everything from your living room at some point, and that's also not good.
Yeah, you need to get up and walk and move, or
Mobilize, yeah, exactly.
make myself go for a walk most of the time
Yeah,
because
you got to. So that's a very bad conclusion in the end. You can't, that doesn't work.
yeah, 5 years. Let's see. Yeah, even if we're still alive, even or we'll see how things are gonna be looking. Universal income, AI, something. I don't know. Maybe you have a choice. Oh, you can have a robot body now. You already was
or you
anyway.
have a
Might
robot.
learn that. Here's your robot body. Upgrade to that or die. Who knows?
No, or they have a robot that does your job, that does your productivity from the robot.
Mm.
Like this.
Mhm.
So, yeah. They got to figure it out, though. They got to do something because it's not going to work.
It's kind of like the Jetsons was telling us something. Yeah, that cartoon, the Jetsons. When I think about it, like
that
stuff was already there, kind of.
The Jetsons was put in place. They already had half the stuff already mapped out, and they was just trying to see what people thought of it. Oh, we'll wrap it out in a cartoon just to see people's reaction, like a robot.
I'm still disappointed, though. I want to see the flying cars.
That's
Yeah. I want to see that part.
You got the FaceTime and the cell phone. That was all Jetsons.
Yeah, I know, but I want to see the flying cars, man. I want to fly across.
Then you got the Simpsons predicting stuff that they already know is going to happen. It happened.
Yeah.
Donald Trump being president. Yeah.
They have boat cars.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. And I had a thing. So, yeah, I guess a last quick topic quickly. Do you guys think that you seen that whole controversy was going on with the women that went Katy Perry on them going to space and they saying they didn't? Y'all seen that? It was
I've seen something about that.
this rocket.
I saw it.
That they technically they don't go to space, and it was like the outer edge of
the wall.
Yeah.
Atmosphere.
They showed pictures, and I granted they didn't break the atmosphere, so I can understand maybe it's coming down and there was no friction, you know what I mean? But they showed the capsule looked like it was brand new, and then they opened the door from the inside. They told him to close it, and then he went with a key to open it up.
I just want to know how Gayle King got involved with that. That's all I want to know. Like, how did she? Why is she even on this? Who was chosen to be on this? Did you pay money for it, or I mean, or did you? I mean, maybe you paid money. All right, you paid. But I'm saying, like, Gayle King, Katy Perry. Who else? It was 5 random women.
All right.
Gayle King, Katy Perry, his girlfriend, wife, or whatever she is, and 2 other people. I have no clue who they are. But yeah, and it was crazy, man. I didn't like if you looked at the footage, like they had the footage of it like taking off and all the coverage. That shit looked fake as hell. like super AI generated. It was like too crisp. You know what I mean? Like this don't look right.
Yeah.
No, I ain't hating though. I guess this is what it is. You want to spend money.
I've been watching a lot of motivative stuff, like with Jay Shetty and this monk.
Oh, okay.
I
know what you're watching.
I've been trying to focus on being better, a better me, and trying to figure out. I'm not so worried about other people's problems. This girl going to the moon and all this stuff that has something to do with the same thing. Has something. That's just my take. Has something to do with Elon and all this other stuff, and and I think it's a negative thing to talk about, and I'm a little bit sick and tired of if that's going to be the news for a while, Mm-hmm. But if I could, you guys, I have a very cool question. I think I found this yesterday on the internet, searching for what I thought could be a good question, and I found this young lady. I don't want to say her name, but she brought up a good topic, and she's said, if you were to introduce yourself to me without mentioning anything of the following, let's say, so it was your occupation, where you're from, your ethnicity, your nationality, where you grew up, your hobbies, or your religion. Now, all of those superficial markers are like used for day in and day out life. Now, how would you describe yourself to anyone if you couldn't say those things? Your occupation, where you're from, your ethnicity, your nationality, where you grew up, your hobbies or religion. How would you describe yourself?
I don't know. I think I would just hello, I'm Myles, and then go from there. I mean, you got to know who you're talking to, right?
That's a good one.
I'm introducing myself to somebody. I'll be like, oh, that's Hakim. He's chill. That's it.
Know, yeah, because you have to really know. So we're online and we're on these. You don't even know the person. These influencers. You see a clip and you attracted this person, but you don't even know this person. You haven't been in the same room with this person, so they can just tell you anything. And so that was a very challenging question. So I think maybe when you go off air, think about that, because I was just going like, okay, that's a very good that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Very, very good question.
Cool.
What happened to Donnell? He fell asleep on this?
I don't know if he had to dip out or got some issues. I'm not sure, but yeah, he wanted to do a shorter show today, so that's cool. So we can wrap it up if y'all want. So
it's up to you. You're the boss.
Yeah, we're good with that. I'm gonna go back out there and help cousin Terry out here with his car. So
thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. Like I like this. Like you guys are the core homies. So maybe do this like once a month if y'all down for that. And just whatever, man. It's a free for all, and just go and just have some fun. I think we talked about some cool stuff like non-music related. That was pretty dope to get everybody's opinion and stuff like that. So we're not just music heads here, and I think that's a cool thing because I think I hate people that music. I hate that. That's my thing. So it was cool.
You're becoming
it's like high or something or what? He's just kind of look. He's frozen. I think he froze.
You thought he was listening, man. Yeah, y'all making some points. I'm just taking it in,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
whatever you want, my friend.
Yeah, man.
It's been nice. So you and
last comment, Santiago said it was a great show. Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago.
Being a part, man. We'll get you back soon. Maybe the next one for sure, man. If you're down for it, let me know.
big ups. Big ups.
Bangladesh official. Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank everybody for tuning.
Yeah.
I've been peeping it out on Instagram too. People have been jumping in and jumping out.
That's what's
Some
up.
people on there.
Good show. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Make sure y'all, keep returning and stuff and supporting.
Subscribe.
Support. Yeah. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. That hopefully helps us out, pushes some things along in the algorithms and those other things. Helps us out a lot. That's what's up.
Thank you so much, man. Don't forget to check out Decisive, y'all.
Yeah, for real. I can't say sister show, brother show,
Family, baby, family.
Tell us about the show. Where can we find you, man? Give us some info.
Yeah. At the moment, I took a very short hiatus because I'm preparing to do some live shows with live artists from Croatia, from Atlanta. And it's another chapter, shall I say. I wanted to check out musicians. I wanted to focus on musicians and there's a couple of newcomers that I found that are really doing really good stuff. And I think this is very interesting to see their take and kind of share their talent that they have. My guys, Jan Kinchel and his team in Zagreb, they found this young lady that's kind of a Erykah Badu take, and then Water Seed. I'm doing like 5, 6, 7, 8 different episodes of clips of each artist, each band member that's in the band, and we're going to talk about their experience. And they just finished the jazz festival, and they did a lot of got some awards in Croatia. So, and there's a couple of more coming up. So that's kind of the next couple of weeks. That's what I'm building up for. So hopefully you guys will check them out, and I'll give you more news in the next week or so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, at the end of the broadcast, in the description, you can have some links for.
You have everything. Yeah, you have everything, right? Yeah,
sure do. Mr. Murphy, what you got coming up, man? Aren't you playing like a live PA somewhere, right?
Yeah, but that's next month.
Oh, cool.
Come on, tell us.
No, it's in was it in Lisbon on a Thursday on the beach. It'll be fun.
Lisbon.
Right on, baby.
Who is it? They played a record for me back in the day. I played there before too. It's fun time, good times. So that's something I got going on. That's all I got going on.
Mr. Knox?
Well, I'm gonna re-release Archetype. Came out on vinyl back in the early, back in the early 2000s. So
how is he doing?
I haven't spoken to Charles in a while, but I assume good because he's in New York. But I just had the tracks remastered off of vinyl with Tim Xavier, Man-Made. Because before that I released a joint I did, so I wanted to put out some of the older ones since Tim remastered a lot of the older vinyl for me, just to give people some stuff they ain't heard before. So I do have the Archetype thing coming up. I'm planning on releasing that in the summer, so I want to space it out, give it a little promotion, and other than that, like far as releases, that's it. Like, and I'm just working all the time on new stuff, like banging out tracks in Ableton and just stocking them up, stockpiling them for now, and making different, like some house, some techno, some kind of different things, but that's it. And also learning because I got a bunch of gear rather fast over the years, and I didn't take the time to properly learn each piece. So I'm in the midst of doing that right now too. I'm like taking one and spending some time on it just to learn everything about it, just because it's just fun for me to do that. I'm a nerd that way. Adrian did say earlier that we look like a bunch of gamers in here as he was writing on Instagram. Few people in there said Peace, some Bastion, Sevens, and he said Peace. My boy Will chimed in, said something, and G Marcel #1 said grace and peace to all of us.
Word.
I said, G, what up?
What's up, man? That's my guy, man. That's what's up. So yeah, for myself, work. I will be in Kalamazoo on May 17th. I will be playing at
that's right.
for the social circle.
Okay.
They're doing a party called Connect. It's me, Juan Trevino from Lansing, myself, and then the social circle crew.
Okay, that should be nice.
Yeah, I've been there one time before. This they did a New Year's party. I went to. It's pretty nice spot. So, but yeah, they asked me to in Schofield.
Oh, okay. He's English, right? He's from England, right?
Actually, man, it's weird enough because when I moved to Brighton, he moved to Kalamazoo. So we've been talking, yo. But yeah, they invited me down, man, to play. So I'm excited for that. I got to work that Saturday night, and I'm going straight from work. So I believe I play from 2 to 4. They go to 5.
They go to 5 there. Okay.
So it should be
big.
So I'm gonna do that again. Social circle in Kalamazoo, May 17th. It starts at 10 o'clock and goes till 5. So details, I'll put it on my social media so y'all can check it out. But make sure you guys check it out if you're local and support. It'd be great. And the other thing I have, the next release on Calder City Development comes out, I believe the 15th, is Russ Denman, my homie from England. Russ, man. So look out for that.
Russ who?
Russ Denman.
Oh, I haven't heard from Gabriel in a long time. Okay, Denman.
I actually talked to since I been back on Facebook, I've actually me and Russ Gabriel corresponded. Hey, what's up? How are you?
I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
What's up, girl?
You came home.
Yeah. So yeah, we actually talked. We're gonna talk. I want to try to get him on the show, but I want to catch up first and see. That'd be a good luck. Russ Gabriel, that's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be dope. So,
be dope if you could get him in Aubrey.
I want to ask Aubrey, but I don't know if Aubrey would do it. I got a feeling.
I know.
No. I don't know. I'm gonna ask him.
Just ask him.
Yeah, I will. But there's a list of people that I want to ask that I'm not afraid to ask, but I just think they would say no. I asked a few people recently, and they were like, "Nah, that's not my thing," or just no. You know what I mean? And I respect it. It's just what it is, But
yeah,
we'll see, man. We'll see. But that's all for me, man. I ain't got nothing else to label stuff. I got a few things happening. A couple of things I can't talk about right now, but when they come, they'll come. But that's really it. Besides working, hanging out with Cuzzo, M, and whoever else. That's it. Oh, and I'll be in LA. I will say that. I don't know all the details, but I will be in LA for the Destroy Planet Earth crew, October 11th. And that's all I know. And I will just be there for the weekend. So when more info comes out, you guys want to check out, come support. It'll be dope. Nice to meet and see some people. And I've never been to LA. So, yeah. Never been to California except one time on a layover going to San Fran to come back to Chicago. Long story, but so I'm excited for that. But, yeah.
That's good.
All
That's
right.
word. That's
Sounds
word.
good.
Yeah.
I look forward to hearing everybody's projects in the future.
Looking forward to
Yeah,
doing remix on for you, Myles, and for you, Donnell. Anytime you guys let me know. I got some stuff waiting over here, boy. I'm hot.
Some vocals too, yeah.
I got some shit
You,
hot.
you, you definitely the vocals. The
In the
vocals,
box.
man. The
Yeah.
world is a ghetto. I'm still listening to that, man.
Yeah.
That joint you and Jay did, for Disco Beat, like this, like third one he did for Disco Beat.
Me and Jay was
He had
talking
you
about
on there. Yeah.
because I'm introducing a lot of my records that I forgot about on just on the fly, and then Jay came up. he was in the chat and we were talking about it, and I played the ghetto.
Nice.
But yeah.
So yeah, we got to line him up. He said he couldn't do it earlier, but I sent him the link and he wrote back and said I can't do it now.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we can get that lined up pretty soon.
Yeah.
And he'll get Jay and get Roberto him back on here and stuff like that. That'd be really dope. A dope little show, man.
Talk about them early days in Munich.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I want to find out. I want to ask the hard questions. When you coming back?
Oh, Berto, wait, but can you get Lester? Maybe Lester can join in with all of us too. I know you can't get Upstart. Forget about Upstart from Disco Beat, but Lester.
Lester's cool, man. I'm sure he would be excited about doing it, but I know has a pretty busy schedule with he's working for is it Nike's?
Oh,
Nike,
okay.
I think it is.
Okay.
Or is it I don't know if it's Nike or Adidas, if I remember last, because I wanted him to play with me at a outdoor thing, and he couldn't do it on the date. He did it last year. We're gonna do it again, but yeah.
He's probably still he was a good DJ then.
No, he knows what he's doing.
A beast.
He's still doing his thing. He's still playing shake stuff.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. No, I do have a quick question for you, Roberto, before we do go. Do you know Daniela?
Daniela or Danella?
Well, you can say it either way. Daniela, she's from Berlin originally, but she lives down there in Munich now. She's Polish actually, but she's German.
You got that reverse. She's from Munich and moved to Berlin. Now she's back.
Oh, okay. I didn't know actually because I thought she was originally from Munich. And she moved there. And she came back.
I know her. Yeah. We did a record together. Actually,
I got to see her. I'm sorry.
I'm just wondering if you know her because I'm real cool with her too. She even came over to Poland some years ago and hung out with her girl. But I've known her for a while in Berlin. But I just thought maybe because you're still in Munich, so I thought maybe you came across her path or something.
Yeah, you got me on that with my dyslexic on that one. I got to see her face, I think.
No, I know. Me and Myles know her too. But I did a record with her.
Yeah. She's cool piece, man.
Word.
All right, so I'm out. Hey, wish everybody a happy Sunday.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Somebody want to say hello. Hey, go.
There he is right there.
You
got it.
Hey, pasa cabrón.
He can't talk about, but he's
There he is. What's up? Skyway, baby. What's up?
That's all right, everybody. Thank you for checking out us live.
Okay.
It's been real, and thank you for joining us. Like I said before, make sure you guys, if you like what you're seeing, spread the word, like and subscribe, and all that. I don't know what else to say. Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Scroll at the bottom, like and subscribe. Thank you. It's been great. And until next time. Oh, before I say that and before I go, try to post up the new show, what's coming up next, probably later today, or I usually do it after this goes off, so you know what's up. I think we're gonna take about a week break, but be prepared. It's gonna be a great show, and we're looking forward to have y'all all back. So, like I said, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share it, do all that stuff, and yeah, that's it, I guess.
Catch y'all on the B side.
Right.
Peace.
For sure. All right. Peace.
Peace, y'all.